Is there a part of yourself that you cannot stand? You will hear people say, "Ugh, I hate it when I say that. I sound just like my father." "Yikes, I'm turning into my mother." Or, "Just ignore that. It was my evil twin." And, "Excuse me while I go put a sock in my mouth." These usually embarrassing moments are a good indication that a person has a disowned aspect of their personality still waiting to be identified and accepted. If there is any part of yourself that you'd like to change, any part of yourself that you dislike, or any behavior or thought pattern that isn't supporting you, chances are good that you have an aspect of yourself that is residing outside of the loving. Why do you need to know about aspects or subpersonalities in order to evolve spiritually? Simply put, all of your parts must be brought into the light in order for you to up-level into a higher vibration. The process of enlightenment is often called self-realization or self-actualization because you must realize, make real, or make actual every part of yourself in order to feel the whole of your being. The bottom line is that your soul does not want your subpersonalities to suffer by remaining in the dark. Instead, it wants nothing more than for all parts of you to be seen, acknowledged, and accepted, to be brought into the light, and to live in alignment with the loving, where the parts of yourself that are already accepted reside. What I discovered was that there was no way to elude the parts of myself that were definitely not in alignment with my soul's purpose, or even in alignment with my own core values or rational beliefs. After steeping in pure joy during my awakening experience, beyond anything, I wanted again to feel that total peace. I wanted to reside and feel that sense of freedom and alignment. And I knew it was possible. Not only was it possible for me to live in peace, it was actually imperative for me to do so, to get on with my soul's purpose. And yet, I was excruciatingly aware that there were still parts of myself, many parts, that were not experiencing peace. Initially, the idea of exploring and accepting these parts was pretty uncomfortable because for so long I had judged them as bad. Understand that at the level of the soul, no part of yourself is viewed as bad or wrong or unacceptable. However, to the degree that that part has been pushed away and labeled bad, wrong, unacceptable, or whatever, it will continue to act out in such a way as to prove its own lack of worth and lack of acceptability. In other words, poor behavior is the natural and inevitable outcome of ignoring or suppressing a disowned aspect of your personality. If you keep a part of yourself in the dark, in a dank, dark prison of despair, how could you possibly be surprised when that part of yourself responds like a fugitive? As crazy as it may seem, the only way to make peace with every part of your personality is to reach out with love and embrace the disowned aspects with compassionate acceptance. This means that you must embrace the fugitive parts of yourself. No matter how dirty, disheveled, or smelly he appears in your mind, you must open your arms and invite him into the love of your heart. As he gradually gets used to the light, he'll begin to adapt, to take better care of himself, to move from smelly and dirty to clean and well-kept. and to feel better about himself. This is what happens when you embrace your darkest parts. For some people, this may feel like a big stretch. It's okay to start with baby steps. Maybe begin by sending the fugitive a letter in prison, or go visit the cell block before allowing your aspect to be paroled. You can start however you feel comfortable connecting to these aspects of yourself. I highly recommend, however you go about this, to not take it too seriously. Be light about it. Do you have a part of yourself that you have not wanted to accept? A part that makes you cringe, feel embarrassed, feel pitied, or some other highly uncomfortable feeling? Be willing to look deeply at yourself. Whether you know it or not, you're still likely to have some disowned aspects of your personality waiting to be brought in to the light of the loving. Discovering your various subpersonalities can be an adventure, like a scavenger hunt. I encourage you to approach this topic with as much enthusiasm and humor as you can muster. The funnier you can make this, the easier it will be to accept and integrate all parts into your loving self. If accessing humor is a stretch, just pour on more compassion. Whatever is present, just be sure to reach out with love. Say, I am now connecting with the parts of myself that I've judged as bad or unacceptable with lots of love, compassion, and humor. Action step. Identify one part of yourself that you have disowned in the past and reach out to that part with love, compassion, and humor, if you can access it. Declaration. I am now identifying a part of myself that has been stuck in the dark and reaching out with loving compassion. I now accept myself fully. I love myself no matter what. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.